Hello, everyone. What's happening? This is Dr. Anthony Mattis here, and I wanted to share with you 5 tips about how to have communion with your body. Um, so, this is the first installment. So, you know, you hear so much out there in the health and wellness world about having communion with your body, and it's like, what does that actually really mean? And so, there's so many different points of view out there about what that actually is. And so, there really is no right or wrong point of view. There's just lots of different points of view. So, what I like to share with you are some things that actually worked for me. And hopefully, if you can incorporate these in your life, you'll start to see your life actually start to improve, not just with your life, but obviously with your body as well. So, all right, let's start with the first one, awareness. Okay, if you want to have communion with your body, you have to be willing to acknowledge that you and your body are both aware. Okay, and instead of judging the hell out of your body all the time for not maybe looking the way that you like it to look or always being in pain, it's like, what if we started to recognize our bodies as like an information resource center? Meaning that, what if everything that comes through your body is designed to give you information about what's going on in the world around you? But not just the physical world, also the non physical world too. So I know many of you may think that sounds like hocus pocus, but what if you just looked at it as energy? Because everything is energy, everything has consciousness to it. And so science has even proven that there are things that exist that are not, that you can't see with your eyes, right? Just because you can't see it with your eyes, it doesn't mean it don't exist. So look at it as energy if you don't believe in, let's say, spirits or entities for that matter. So again, awareness. So how could we use our awarenesses to our advantage? Well, let's take a pain or intensity that may be going on in your body. For one, what if we changed the word pain to intensity? Okay, because if you keep saying, I have this pain, guess what your body keeps creating? More pain. But what if you started looking at your pain as intensity? And intensity that was actually giving you information to the world around you, like I said, just information. So, what can we do in a situation like that? Number one, who does this belong to? In Access Consciousness, we talk about always living in and as the question. So we always want to ask questions about everything in our life. Everything. So we also learn that 99.99999% of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions don't belong to you. You actually learn that in the very first class you take in Access Consciousness called the bars. So that basically means like nothing belongs to you pretty much. Right? So try this. For 3 days, all the pains that are in your body, all the emotional upset that you've had for years and years and years, what if for 3 days you said that it doesn't belong to you anymore? And instead asked, who does this actually belong to? Is this mine, someone else's, or something else? But for 3 days, we're going to not say it's ours, right? So now you're only left with someone else's or something else. So, where do you go from there? So, where you go from there, according to the tools of Access Consciousness, is that if it's someone else's, you don't need to know whose it is that it belongs. It could be a neighbor, it could be someone from 3,000 miles away. You return it to sender with consciousness attached. And you actually keep saying it over and over and over again. Return to sender with consciousness attached. Return to sender with consciousness attached. With consciousness attached. Sorry, say that 5 times really fast. And you keep saying it until it dissipates. If it doesn't dissipate, now you're left with another choice. Something else. Now 99.99% of the time, something else belongs to the earth. Now, does that mean you want to give your pain back to the earth? No. But we're not calling it pain anymore. We're calling it intensity. Because what if that's your body's way of being aware of what the earth actually requires, energetically speaking, but it just happens to be showing up as an intensity in your body? So all you have to do is simply go 1, 2, 3, boom, back to the earth. 1, 2, 3, boom. And you take that energy, like you're creating this ball of energy, and you're just giving it back to the earth. And again, you keep doing it until that intensity dissipates. Now this is just touching the tip of the iceberg with all of this, okay? So in the 3-day body class that we do, or that I'm coming to do in a city near you, we learn about how our body is a sensate sensorial organism, which basically means it's always giving us information. Always, 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 always. And we start to learn how to get really, really present with our bodies, asking our bodies questions, and actually looking at the awarenesses that we actually have so that we can change anything in that given moment. So once you shine the light of awareness on something, you can change it. Nothing has to be stuck in time. Everything can be changeable. Everything. So, again, I invite you to enjoy the awarenesses that you have. Ask questions about the things that are showing up in your body. Who does this belong to? Is this mine, someone else's, or something else? If you get that it's someone else's or something else, I explained how you do it before. If you get that it's yours, but just hold that thought for 3 days. Even if you think it's yours, even if you've had it for 25 or 30 years, just don't say it's yours for 3 days. And let's see what awarenesses that you actually get. And we'll go way further into all of this at the 3-day body class. So I look forward to seeing you in person. Play with those tools for a couple of days, and stay tuned for number 2 tip of the day of how to have more communion with your body. Bye for now.